Hey everyone, just want to jump on here and go video on today's post. It comes up a lot. I've dealt with it many times over the course of 20 plus years working with injuries or working with people just putting themselves in a position to heal anything or increase just their performance in life because they want more. They're tired of feeling this way. They're tired of operating it this way. They're tired of living at this level. And so when listening to people talk, or even just overhearing, you hear a lot about, I experienced this and this and this symptom, or this and this and this pain, and then I did this, and it worked. And it's always the word worked. And it worked, or it fixed me, or it did the job. And then it's followed abruptly by, and then, weeks later, months later, or years later, the same thing came back and that same thing didn't work this time. Now I don't know what's going on. And it happens a lot, and it's not random, it's not unlucky, it's not genetic, a bad deal, or anything like that. You got dealt a bad hand. It's not anything that way. We have to make sense of it. So when we say that something worked, all that means is we researched or went to a specialist and they deemed us broken, flawed, gave us a story, and then they had a fix because the fix works. And here's the fix. A food change, or a therapy, or a treatment, or a body work, or an adjustment, or a laser, or even something like changing your Wi-Fi, or changing your shoes, or changing your clothes, or changing your detergent. Whatever the thing was, or a detox. And we had a shift in how we felt. It worked. If it truly worked, then what would happen if your body would express those symptoms of healing again is you would know exactly where to go, the places you need to go, the rules that you need to follow universally, the rules that you're not following personally, and a solution is present. You know exactly what you need to do. That's what works. And it's unfortunate because when you hear that, the things that are attached with things that worked, past tense, then get a bad rap for one, and it could be a nourishment change. Nourishment changes are amazing. They're outstanding. It could be light, it could be sleep, it could be something in a relationship, it could be something. Those things get attached where those things don't matter anymore. Or in the worst case scenario, we end up branding the body as, yeah, all that stuff is great and all, and it works up until a point. Or that's great and all, but it doesn't work for everybody. Or that's great and all, but the body still can attack you. Or that's great and all, but once you hit this age, it's going to come with adventure. Or that's great and all, but for these conditions, it doesn't work that way. And that's one of the most sad, irritating, frustrating, aggravating things that I can hear is when people put a limit on the human body and the human experience. Because even just in my short term of being on this planet, in this suit, I will defend it till its end because of what I've seen, what I've worked with personally, clinically, and then seen from others who are following the rules clinically and personally. And so I just want to go in there that we see it a lot where I changed a specific food and body had this response and it worked. And then it came back and then I tried to do the same thing again and it didn't work. Or the same treatments didn't. It's not hard to manipulate the body to feel differently. That's what's going on all over the place in holistic and allopathic medicine. That's what the whole script is. It's, you feel this, we're going to measure it with an image or lab or a test, and then we're going to go ahead and provide a manipulated set of fixes. But we have to get you to understand the story that you're broken, and here's proof, and you have a label, and here's proof, and and the label is backed by things that I don't have any idea about. It's called data and research, science and research, but we have to put that up there because I would have no justification for doing what I would do. And then they just keep coming with you, pumping into your head. It works up until a point. Yeah, things work, but I mean, there is a limit. It's like, I'm sorry. The fact that you're even feeling enough for you to say it didn't work is proof it works. Because the body always works. Not proof that the change you needed was what you did. It's just the body telling you need to change more, or you need a new story, or you need a whole set of new people, a whole new approach to life. And that's what it has to be. It has to be an approach to life, not a single input. So again, see it all the time. It won't work temporarily. Healing and the changes that you apply and the rules you follow, again, that apply to all of us, and then the rules that apply to just you, that vary day to day, work all the time. Not just for this period of moments, these splashes of moments. And when we do have a bigger response that takes a longer period of time, it's not that the body is stuck in this cycle. It's not. When you truly do understand what healing is, and you truly understand what the rules are, and you truly understand what needs to change, or at least an approach, you're not confused. You're not disempowered. You're not chained. You're not locked. The verbiage you even use is totally different in how you even talk about your body. And not changing the script to talk about your body expecting the body's going to follow. Like actual things that, like, no matter what you say, are going to work. That's the beauty part of this whole deal. And then when it all syncs up, it syncs up. But again, trying to defend the things that are essential in this life getting a bad rap because they appear to be medicine that worked in one period of time and then didn't because the body came back and resurfaced with the same symptoms or worse symptoms, and then attaching those things in life that are essential to human, everything, and us saying, well, it doesn't matter. Those things don't matter anymore because it didn't work for me. Again, the fact that you can even say, why are you saying it didn't work? Because I feel this, because look at this, because look at how my body's responded, because look at how I'm living, because look at what level of life I'm. That right there is proof the body is working at all times. That is proof that the approach you took before doesn't make sense. It doesn't work because it doesn't make sense to the dialogue you're having right there. What works, 100% of the time. Most things aren't as easy as cut on the leg, body scabs. The body is so amazing. It heals itself. Look at that. I love talking about those things, but we love showing those examples because we didn't have to change anything other than just don't go in the briar patch, right? Like don't cut your leg anymore. But some of the bigger, deeper, more magnificent healing responses that need a more magnificent level of change or changes aren't as immediate. Can be, but they have to be to the level of intensity that caused the damage. That was my subscription video today. It can actually be extremely immediate. But body only works one direction. It just heals nonstop. If we can theoretically say, or if we can plan to say, or if we have gone through and say, well, I tried this for this, it changed me for a little, I felt better, and then it stopped working, or then it came back, it didn't work, then that whole approach to how you were looking at things needs to change, not just the stuff, not just the choices of inputs or items or foods or treatments or therapies. Or that's why I am incessant on speaking about these approaches and what treatments, therapies do. Even stem cells, my God. And I'm going to do a whole nother post on that, but stem cell injected into a tissue or bone or joint or disc or whatever, or face, and then saying it worked. It's a period of time where then it comes back, well, stem cells don't work. Stem cells are one facet your body uses to heal itself from everything. Every single tissue in the body has stem cells to it, so that process is very true, works all the time. the way we've manipulated and contorted it into a fix for everyone's choices that they're making in their life. No, absolutely not. That wouldn't make any sense. Not only just having to heal from where the stem cells came from, the aborted baby or fetus, or even not the human fetus that it is that they're getting them from, that they're selling you on, or even on the least worse, but still worse, taking them from yourself, taking healing responses from yourself, subterfuging and doing all this stuff, putting them back into you, to a site that a human who didn't make you is going to determine was more important than what the intelligence of the body had it going in the first place. You can get anything you want to. Whatever's already there, you can amplify it to any level you desire. It's already there. Stuff's inside. You're not lacking. You're not lacking something mysterious that hasn't been invented yet or hasn't been discovered through the current science of research. And that's going to be another post for another time, because I got that whole world needs to crash, along with many. But what works all the time. Not for a short period of time, not from your 20s to your 40s, and then different from your 40s to your 60s, and then way different after 60s. It works across the board, all humans, all the time, every time. Has to make sense, but what works for all the things, all the time. Not just moments, temporary moments. Let's take a look at this real quick. Boom. Enjoy your day.